Thanks, Stuart. Yes, so the one I'll be talking about now is the Port of Rotterdam. So in the Netherlands, the Port of Rotterdam are working with various partners to try and create a large hydrogen hub in their region and hope to become a supplier to Northern Europe and potentially beyond once they scale up. And for part of that, what we did is we worked with an industrial partner who were there, and they were looking to supply hydrogen into this hydrogen hub. So what we did was we took them through the pre-feed of their study. So they were looking to design, build, commission and operate an electrolyser plant on their site next to the Port of Rotterdam. And what we're seeing is that if we'd have done a project or looked at a project like this, say 3 years ago, it would nowhere near be as detailed or informative as it is now. So what we've had to do is, along with the clients that we've worked with, we've expanded our knowledge and our offering to try and help them get through the phases. So as you can see here from the pre-feed, we don't have a huge deal of time, so I won't go through all of the phases, but it kind of takes you from the understanding what takes place in a feasibility, the early level things, to getting to that final shortlist that's needed for you to go through the feed and hopefully beyond, so we can start building more of these projects. So a key part of that is the engagement and early solicitation of the OEMs. So what we've found over our various projects across the world globally, not just Europe but in other places, is that the electrolyser suppliers at this moment in time are the kings. They are getting asked and approached by so many different companies, individuals asking for quotes, understanding of what they can offer. And they do a sort of pre-screening exercise. So if they don't think that the project is feasible or is actually going to result in them selling technology, then they're not really too interested. So what we try and encourage is early engagement, so that you can explain to them this is the project, this is where we see it going, and we'd quite like you to go on this process with us. And then what happens is we get into the detail of how do you select an electrolyser OEM. So for those of you that may already know about green hydrogen and those that don't, typically there's alkaline electrolysis, proton exchange membrane electrolysis or PEM, and solid oxide electrolysis. And what we see is clients with different understandings of what the technologies can offer and which one to pick, and they ask us to advise as to whether they go for alkaline or PEM. And what we're finding at this stage is we recommend that you go out to the market and you try and find the best electrolyser technology for you and your project. So what that means is when we run through this sort of exercise with clients, we look at multi-criteria analysis. And what that means is we look at what's important to you. Is it the flexibility of the electrolyser? Should it be able to ramp up and down production to deal with the offloading or the supply? Should it be the land space? So if you're locating on a port and you already have a site, do you have enough space for an electrolyser technology? Or is one technology smaller than the other? And then of course the capex. So what we find is that you can just pick the cheapest electrolyser supplier, but over the